The History of Ferrari, Episode 2, Great Losses, Glory and Disappointment. The history of this famous supercar company is closely associated with the name Enzo Ferrari. However, the Ferrari boss's last gift before leaving was not complete. After parting ways with the founder, the Horse car company began to transform. With its EPO, Ferrari has successfully completed the transition from a pure racing operation to a multi-billion-dollar global car brand. After parting ways with its founder, Ferrari became a multi-billion-dollar global car brand. The last car. In 1987, founder Enzo Ferrari, then nearly 90 years old, began developing the final model 288 GTO. But unfortunately for Ferrari, racing standards changed. Their car was not accepted by the International Automobile Federation, FIA, at the Le Mans, Monza, Spa-Francorchamps races. Because of changing standards, Ferrari's 288 GTO car was not accepted by the International Automobile Federation, FIA, in many racing events. Dissatisfied with the fact that his final legacy has not been settled, he ordered the production of variants of the 288 GTO with the key task of adjusting the turbocharged V8 engine block. The F40 is the perfect variant of the 288 GTO model launched on July 21, 1987. After its last legacy was not accepted by the FIA, Ferrari released the F40 variant of the 288 GTO. At that time, F40 was like a real Big Bang explosion. The Ferrari F40 accelerates from 0 to 100 km per hour in less than 4 seconds, while the maximum speed reaches 323.5 km per hour, making it the first Ferrari car to break the speed record. That's a controversial number among Ferrari fanatics, and despite multiple independent tests, the car hasn't been able to repeat that speed again. At that time, the F40 was like a real Big Bang explosion. It became the first Ferrari car to break the speed record. The secret behind the F40's impressive performance is its ultra-lightweight structure, which includes body panels made from Kevlar, a long-chain, highly oriented fiber that's 5 times stronger than steel, and carbon fiber. Besides its outstanding performance features, the F40 is a car with a particularly profound meaning. It was the last car developed by Enzo Ferrari, a year before his death. Besides its outstanding performance, the F40 also has a profound meaning because it was developed by Enzo a year before his death. It has been 30 years since its birth. The F40 is still one of the most successful cars, worthy of the symbol of a prancing horse attached to it. Many years have passed. Many Italian-branded supercar models have been born with superior features and speeds, but the Ferrari F40 is still the desire of speed enthusiasts. Although there have been many outstanding car models born, the Ferrari F40 is still the desire of speed enthusiasts. Great loss. Enzo Ferrari and Laura Ferrari were married 12 years before having their first child. Enzo named his hope Alfredo Ferrari, born January 19, 1932. The boy was given the affectionate nickname Alfredino, later becoming Dino. In 1920, Enzo Ferrari and Laura Ferrari got married, and in 1932, their son Alfredo Ferrari was born. Dino has been fascinated with cars since childhood and has shown a natural talent in this field. Dino was never a healthy guy and he suffered from muscular dystrophy before he turned 20. Despite that, he still had special affection and a positive attitude towards the topic of designing his racing car engine. Even though he suffered from muscular dystrophy before the age of 20, Dino still devoted his love to the topic of designing his racing car engine. His weak immune system caused the virus to attack his kidneys, and after a prolonged illness, Alfredo Dino Ferrari died on June 30, 1956, a few months before his 24th birthday. But his weak immune system caused the virus to attack his kidneys, and Dino died on June 20, 1956. After the death of his son, Enzo Ferrari completely collapsed, and this is an irreparable loss. After Dino's death, Enzo Ferrari never left his hometown again. However, Dino is not Enzo Ferrari's only son. Since 1945, Ferrari has kept secret the existence of Piero, his son, and his lover Lina Lardi. Enzo was very miserable after the death of Alfredo Ferrari, but he still had a son named Piero. It was not until Enzo's wife Laura passed away in 1978 that Enzo Ferrari officially acknowledged Piero Lardi Ferrari, and he gave 10% of the company's shares to Piero. Currently, Piero Ferrari is vice president of Ferrari Spa and lives with his family in the house where his father used to live. It was not until Enzo's wife Laura passed away that Enzo officially acknowledged and gave 10% of the shares to Piero Lardi Ferrari. Ferrari Racing Team, Glory and Disappointment. Back on track. In the 90s, Ferrari fought its most glorious days in the team's history with the appearance of young German racer Michael Schumacher. Officially driving the 1996 season, Schumacher brought home 3 consecutive runner-up positions in seasons 96, 97 and 98. And opened a cycle of victories with the World Championship in the 1999 season. Back on track. In the 90s, Ferrari fought its most glorious days with driver Michael Schumacher. From 2000 to 2004, Ferrari dominated 5 consecutive championships with the legendary Michael Schumacher. Ferrari then went on to win 2 world championships in the 2007 and 2008 seasons with the talented and personable Finnish racer, Iceman, Kimi Räikkönen. After the championships from 2000 to 2004, Ferrari continued to win the 2007-2008 World Championship with driver Kimi Räikkönen. Since Kimi left Ferrari and the F1 racing world with the reason that he was no longer interested in F1 racing, Ferrari almost lost its winning streak and no longer carried the majestic appearance of the invincible Ferrari of the past. But after Kimi left Ferrari, Ferrari almost lost its winning streak and no longer had the majestic appearance of the day. My transition. After Enzo Ferrari passed away, the group's longtime director, Luca di Montezemolo, took over as chairman and then head of operations. Under his leadership, Ferrari has transformed itself into a global luxury brand. After Enzo's death, Luca di Montezemolo helped Ferrari transform itself into a global luxury brand. In the 1980s and 1990s, Ferrari began building mid-engined cars, and the Dino was the first of its kind. The mid-engined 12-cylinder Berlinetta Boxer became Ferrari's first car. Later, Testarossa became the most famous Ferrari. In the 1980s and 1990s, Ferrari began making mid-engine cars, the Dino being the first of this type of car. Every year, there are many auctions of cars belonging to famous brands, and Ferrari also regularly has cars up for auction. In May 2012, Ferrari became the most expensive car company in the world when a 1962 Ferrari 250 GTO was sold for $38.1 million USD. In 2015, Ferrari produced 7,664 cars and achieved revenue of more than €2.85 billion. Every year, there are many auctions of cars belonging to famous brands, and Ferrari is no exception. Today, this corporation is selling its supercars for hundreds of thousands of dollars. As for its masterpieces, of course, they must be priced in millions of dollars. Ferrari also owns clothing and jewelry products. They even own an amusement park and Ferrari-themed museum. In addition to million-dollar cars, Ferrari also owns clothing products, jewelry, amusement parks. With its EPO, Ferrari has successfully completed the transition from a pure racing operation to a multi-billion-dollar global car brand. But, remaining true to its roots, Ferrari still trades on the New York Stock Exchange under the symbol RACE. After the EPO, Ferrari became a global car brand worth billions of dollars. Continue writing a legend. Currently, Ferrari belongs to the Fiat Group, but this brand is still considered a representative image of Italy, not simply a property of Fiat. Ferrari is still one of the very few Italian brands that still retains its heritage through traditional symbolic colors. It is a strong bright red, Rosso Casa, the color of the Italian racing team after World War E, which is also an honor and pride that not every famous car company is lucky to have. Currently, Ferrari belongs to the Fiat Group, but this brand is still considered a representative image of Italy. That's why sometimes somewhat strange car models like the 365 GT4 2+2, Testarossa or Dino 308 GT4 are always protected from any contrary opinions of public opinion, for the very simple reason that they belong to about the Ferrari family. In fact, the number of fans of these cars is not small, and it is the brilliant aura of the Ferrari brand that has conquered them. Because of Ferrari's aura, somewhat odd cars like the 365 GT4 2+2, Testarossa, are still supported. Many fans are always waiting and expecting miracles and endless inspiration from Ferraris. Right now, they are still waiting for that legendary brand to continue its immortal story with new products. Now, fans are still waiting for Ferrari to continue its immortal story with new products. Interesting things about Team Ferrari. Many people may think that the Maybach Accelero, priced at $8 million, is the most expensive car in the world. However, the most expensive car is the Ferrari 250 GTO, which was sold for $52 million in 2013. Only 39 were built, using a V12 engine. Another 250 GTO was also sold for $38 million in 2014. Many people think the Maybach Accelero is the most expensive car in the world, but the most expensive car is the Ferrari 250 GTO. Michael Jordan, Tiger Woods and Floyd Mayweather are the athletes with the highest income in the world. However, in the 1999-2000 season, Ferrari paid its drivers much higher salaries than the names mentioned above. Legend Michael Schumacher received $110 million in salary within 2 years. In the 1999-2000 season, Ferrari paid its drivers much higher salaries than Michael Jordan or Tiger Woods.